second neck, shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, easy know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Bishop. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly 10 yards. Shit, man. As they'll get it to 2nd and 10.
Eat your food, man. Man, don't sit here and spit the damn food out of that.
Gun! All right, now, look at 56. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Gun! On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's the part that I don't like.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Now let's go.
They're cleaning left up.
Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
He'll look to throw. Floating one, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurry up, here we go.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep, Jalen Richard. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run the
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down. A give. This is Kamara. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Leopard! On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And some room to work. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. They'll begin the drive with Howard. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Throwing middle, but it It's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. And a loose football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shane Ray in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hang on, we got you see it, you see it?
Now Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone coming on the blitz. He gets
y'all can't find your key or something?
7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the toss play, Howard. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 47 yards on the ground. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. give to Howard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first, they go right back to Howard. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
All right.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
I thought I had 2-5 in here somewhere.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And Josh Hill has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. His throw incomplete. Thomas the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
12. 13.
Yep.
No, what you doing?
Get wide. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Looking to throw.
Knew you was going to throw
He
it.
rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski.
Come on.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it?
I think it's BS, man. They don't even let us freaking run when they catch an INT. We all know our drilling is going to be pumping up to the max to get to the end zone. Every athlete. Oh my God, this quarterback. What the hell are you throwing? A duck?
Wide open receiver complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me.
Oh, I didn't want to do it. God damn, man. Any other time I want to push the button fast, I want to do it.
Football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Picking this shit.
Blue. We go.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective. Able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
He'll get it up the middle. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
There we go. You see it?
They'll give it to him up the middle.
Look at that. They're making me run all the way with the fucking angle like that. Dude, I'm on the street.
Fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a timeout taken. Just to run a goddamn play.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Damn. Fucking goddamn help, man. Give me 100% control.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Trubisky will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Nuts, man. I want total control. Y'all ain't mastered this game. Total control. No AI help. Total control.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away.
Computer don't know what I know.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
So you eating your food, man?
Time here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front.
They eat, man.
As we
send you down to Orlando, where you talking about you hungry.
Has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Man, trying to make me run right off into the goddamn dudes, man. I don't want to run in that shit. I want to read and I want to react.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I want to be drawn into it.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on. Black, I say gotta get on that Black Ops after this.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
This is Howard.
Right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to do. I want to do what I want to do.
It's a 9-yard
That's what I want to do. Just do what I want to do.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this
lead. I don't want to do what Duda want to do. I want to do what I want to do.
Probably a good philosophy.
And I saw what I want to do, and I did what I want to do.
Stand up and stop them.
You understand that? Guitar? Did you understand what I said? She said no. You're funny. You make me laugh.
Hey, gotta go.
And they'll try the ground game here.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's control.
Across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a second and 3.
The way I want him to.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth so far. 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
If I tell him to fart, I want him to pass gas.
And they'll go on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is
a whole lot of guy.
300 pounds. He's a big man. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard.
Man, they better stop cheating, man. Acting like I can't run up that damn. Look at that. They said they didn't run up an inch.
It'll be 4th down
and
a few inches.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They said every time I act like I need to run a yard. They made me spend like 5 seconds in a damn spot.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hang on, we got, you see it?
He must have saw me. He must have saw me move this damn play. Oh, you motherfucker, man. Did he just jump? Sorry.
Who is this against?
Oh, that was on him. I thought it was my guy. I was like, dang, this dude jump.
Sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
I thought that was my guy to jump. I was about to say, I'm like, dang.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Veteran up here jumping. Ooh. That's a beautiful shift there now, little pinball.
Again, it's Howard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give you a couple points for that one.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you get success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Ooh.
This is Howard on the toss right.
No, I didn't want to do that. They'd be making me.
He's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
180!
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Let's see if I can make this
the right idea.
51.
They've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
I'm not going to make this shit. He won't even. Oh, my God.
Oh,
did he hit the kicker?
Anyway, it's no good, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because
hey, you better watch out for the dog, man.
I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. On the handoff, this is Howard. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
We got 4. We got 4.
They go with Howard again. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Shit, I would have missed that damn field goal.
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
On 1st and goal, Howard.
Come on, man. Look how long it takes for the guy to shoot the
He
gap.
takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
You don't want to keep coming at me. I ain't nobody.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Red, up. Red, up.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky, and the Bears will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military.
First time he got a touch pass over the
precise.
bucket.
Methodical is one of the words you've taught me.
Oh my God, I thought it was going to get
and they just
intercepted.
got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away. Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right.
Damn, he didn't go after the ball. He didn't want that
Took
ball.
a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little game.
No, don't do it, bro.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles. Because
he did it. I didn't think he was going to throw it.
Allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
58, boys. 58, Mike.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Dude, you standing right next to
As
him.
his guys are in for 6.
Oh my God! Everybody
And
else's
the
defense is
Saints
flying
make some
across the field to
inroads
fucking
here
deflect the
that
goddamn
deficit.
pass. He
And
just
it
stood
was a
there.
tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window.
He's standing right there. You
Zigs it
can't
in
put
there
one hand
despite
up.
excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Bust through the tackle. Refusing to go down.
Oh my God, dude! I couldn't get his guy bounced up, man. I think he's bouncing
But now
out
the
of there.
Bears coming out as they get ready. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
What the fuck are they doing?
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down.
Come on,
a very
man.
solid gain on that play.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 down, 3 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. He may try. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Oh my God, this fucking slow-ass motherfucking dude, man. Oh my fucking God. Come on, man. There's nobody in this fucking league that's gonna run like that when they get the ball.
I don't want to violate any of our
Nobody.
broadcasting rules by
Come on,
declaring
man.
a game over before it's over.
No man in the
But
fucking
that
league, not
one,
even a fucking goddamn
that puts them in real jeopardy.
offensive line is
Absolutely.
gonna
It's
run
a
like that.
two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Damn stupid. No tell me
Gotta
dude gonna get the
figure
ball
now,
and just
after
lightning
getting that
jog.
turnover, they're just going to be
Come
happy
on, man,
to
that
keep
dude
the
ain't that
ball on the
goddamn
ground,
fast. I
right?
mean, that's
This
slow.
is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that
Crazy,
have
man,
ever
they're
been
doing that shit on
used,
defense.
they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They run with Howard. And he's got room. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
With the ref, let's go right here.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on
I
target.
think I came
And knowing him,
up
he'll
with
be disappointed with that effort.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! 4 down, even.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Gun, gun! Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Now back to throw.
Oh,
Going to the right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Set! 319! 319!
Back to throw now on 1st down. Runs through the contact. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Here we go!
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, He hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Oh, I knew he was going to fucking run up the goddamn quarterback. They just...
Into the end zone.
I fucking knew it, man. That's why I was like, whatever.
Successful.
Look, that's exactly what he's going to do, man.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hang on, we got you see it? You see it?
They toss left to Howard. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Here's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's why you just put your back against the chair right there.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Red, up. 4 down, check. 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Huh?
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3.